Welcome back to Ben Rants, and when I was a kid, fact-checking was a thing. So now, it's finally time to talk about the movie that's the only reason why no one has any fans, The Dark Knight. The movie that, to this day, people won't shut the hell up about because it's such a deep and emotional superhero movie. Oh wait, no, it ain't a superhero movie, it's much more. It's one of the greatest movies ever made. Yeah, still going with the narrative that making movies about a billionaire running around in a bat costume can be taken seriously in this grounded in reality Batman movie, aren't ya? Wow, so shocking. I don't like one of the greatest movies ever made. What's wrong with me? I was abused as a child, that's what. So picking up where we left off in Nolan's last dumpster fire of a Batman movie, Gotham looking really cleaned up and more like Chicago in this one. Yeah, nice consistency on that one, you hack. Now it's even easier to not take these movies seriously when you're giving it such a real-life setting that looks too similar to our world. Again, grounded in reality. What the heck were you thinking, Nolan? Now, unless all you watch is superhero movies, or you're a brain-dead hick, the plot of this movie might seem familiar to you. It's Heat. Yeah, Heat. Never saw it? Oh, it's about Al Pacino playing a cop trying to catch a bank robber played by Robert De Niro while dealing with personal demons of their own. Yeah, it's Heat with Batman in it. Great! Another friggin' director thinking he's being so deep by taking the plot from a better movie and throwing established characters in it while smelling their own farts and saying how much they don't stink. And no, I ain't just making crap up. Nolan actually admitted that Heat was an inspiration for this movie. Well, at least he's honest in his plagiarism. Oh wow, so original. Never seen this before. This is the movie all other movies should live up to. Any movie that ain't The Dark Knight sucks. Would it kill you to lighten up, Nolan? And you know, I use the name Batman loosely, cause once again, this Batman growls his dialogue, kills criminals with no issue, except when he doesn't. Make up your damn mind, Nolan. And will choose to leave a party full of his friends and mutuals, unattended, that a psychotic killer with a gun happened to just have invaded to save his girlfriend? Best friend? Yeah, I didn't talk much about Rachel Dawes in my Batman Begins video because I literally had nothing to say about her. What's her character? No, not what she is. I mean, what's her character? What's her motivation? What's her emotions? What is she like? What is she? Exactly. Well, apparently, between movies, she started dating Harvey Dent. Yeah, Harvey Dent's in this movie. Now, if any of y'all still give a crap about being accurate to the characters anymore, Harvey Dent is Bruce Wayne's friend. In Batman Animated Series, they're seen hanging out together quite a bit, even in episodes before Harvey becomes Two-Face. In fact, Harvey becoming Two-Face affects Batman so much that he blames himself for what happens to him. Yet another potential moment for Nolan to explore the character and give him some emotional baggage, other than an exposition machine just out the friggin' window. Do any of y'all still care anymore? I don't! So in this movie, not only is Harvey's relationship with Bruce not explored, we have to get introduced to Harvey, show him being in a relationship with Rachel, being the hero Gotham needs, and becoming Two-Face all in one movie. Wouldn't it have been cool if he was in Batman Begins? You know, maybe give us some time to get to know him so as to make what happens to him all the more tragic in this movie. Oh, who am I kidding? There was so much other crap going on in that movie that didn't have any freaking room for any more! Speaking of Begins, Scarecrow shows up early in this movie. For reasons. And then he's quickly disposed of. Wait, keep reminding me you suck at writing characters I've loved since childhood, Nolan. So long story short, Joker. No, screw that. Guy who wears clown makeup has this convoluted plot that dumbasses who like to pretend they're smart analyze because they need to take breaks from sucking mama's tatas. This is the main reason people won't shut up about this movie. Oh, best Joker ever. Best villain ever. Rub my nipples, Nolan. Rub my nipples! Cesar Romero on his worst day is a better Joker than this guy. Look at all the Jokers that's come before Ledger. I get them. I know what their character is about. I can point to any Joker before Ledger and make a case that they're the greatest villain in all of media. This Joker? He's just another Nolan dialogue machine. Only this time, he constantly changes his mind on literally everything. He wants to kill Batman. No, he just wants Batman to reveal himself. No, he doesn't want to kill Batman. Oh wait, he does. Blah, 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 blah. Dog chasing cars. Blah, 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 blah. He even flat out calls himself an agent of chaos. Hey, Nolan, I don't know who taught you how to write characters, but they don't know any better. They don't. Characters aren't supposed to describe what they symbolize. That's the job of the audience. You write characters, not analyses. Get it right, Nolan! And I know you keyboard warriors are setting your fingers on fire typing, "That's the point! He's supposed to be unpredictable and mysterious!" Well, good for friggin' him. But he's still a dagnab human being, and seeing his one known emotions throughout the movie, and his only purpose of saying dialogue that people constantly quote to sound smarter than they actually are, just doesn't make him an engaging or interesting character. People only gave a crap about this character and this movie as a whole because Heath Ledger died before it came out. Yeah, I said it. Don't act like that didn't influence the general public's opinion on this movie in any way. I saw the people waiting in line. People who didn't give two craps about Batman or his legacy and just wanted to see Heath's last movie because the fangirls jerked off them in 10 Things I Hate About You when they were going through puberty. Wanna know who also died before a superhero movie came out? Brandon Lee. No one gives two crats about Brandon Lee or The Crow, even though that's a better Batman movie than the actual piece of crap Batman movie I'm talking about. The other reason why people praise this movie to high heaven is because Joker blows up crap in it. Yep, Batman has now reached Michael Bay territory. Gone is all the style, film noir, and crime solving. Nope, just blow crap up because the Joker does that now, apparently. Why can't he just be a psycho with a sense of humor? Is that too much to ask? We gotta make him an allegory for Osama bin Laden? And for a guy who's called Joker, he sure doesn't joke too much, does he? A pencil gag that lasts only 5 seconds doesn't do it for me, folks. It's just a tease. At least after Jack Nicholson became Joker in Burton's movie, he cracked jokes throughout the rest of the film. So going back to Harvey Dent, the whole freaking conflict of this movie is all about him. The people of Gotham look up to him. Oh, he's the hero of the story. Oh, this crap, that crap, blah, 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 blah. What the heck does Harvey do? What? Oh, he took down the mob? Well, he sure as hell didn't stop Joker from killing all the people he kills in this movie, does he? I'm sorry, but am I missing something? I've seen this movie more times than I like to admit, and I seriously don't get what everyone's main crush on Harvey is. He didn't save any kittens from trees, he didn't visit little Timmy at the Make-A-Wish Foundation, he's just a lawyer. That's it! Yet, he's the main conflict of the whole dang movie. One of the things people who have Nolan's dick so far down their throats that they're crapping it out the other end point to and say that this excels this Batman movie in name only into legendary movie status. For what, I ask you? That's another thing. Once again, I feel nothing with this movie. Not one single emotion. Everything moves so dagnab freaking fast that I can't even begin to process what the hell happens. Hell, by the last 40 minutes when Harvey becomes Two-Face and Batman uses sonar cell phone signals to find Joker, cause grounded in reality, remember, I check out and stop caring about whatever this movie is going for. Characters really don't feel anything in this movie. It's just characters telling us how to feel. I should care that Rachel dies. I should care that Bruce feels bad about being a crappy Batman. I should care, but I don't. How is it that I get more emotion out of a coyote trying to catch a roadrunner than I do human beings in a movie that's supposedly deep and emotional? Gotta admit, Nolan does have the ability to take a 2.5 hour long movie and shove as much crap in it to the point where the dang thing moves a lot freaking faster than it should! There's a Batman the Animated Series episode called I Am the Night, where Gordon is shot and critically injured, and the whole episode is Batman contemplating if he could still call himself a hero. It's a very emotional episode, and you feel for all Batman goes through, and shows just how much Gordon means to him. So how does Nolan screw that up? He has Jim Gordon take the bullet for the mayor and dies. No music cue, no shots of Batman's reaction, Gordon's friend, mind you, no nothing. Oh sure, there's a scene where the cops show up to his house and his wife cries. which is shorter than a friggin' YouTube ad. That's it! That's all you get! I can't even have more than a minute of an emotional scene dedicated to one of the best supporting characters in the Batman mythos. Gotta keep that plot moving! How is Nolan praised as one of the best filmmakers of our time again? How? How? The plot has something to do with mob money, Joker somehow being so OP that he can turn a cell phone into a freaking bomb, somehow program it to explode when he calls it in jail where he is being held, and somehow survive the explosion. That's some super grounded reality points there, Nolan. And then Rachel gets killed. No big loss there. Harvey turns into Two-Face, yet somehow doesn't die from the bacterial infection of having literally half of his face burned off, and is still able to see out of his other eye without eyelids to keep it hydrated. Even more grounded in reality points. That's one reason why this movie's so hard for me to get into. Guy with clown makeup is so untouchable it's practically comedic. People give Rey from Star Wars a lot of crap for being overpowered without explanation. How do you explain a guy somehow or another always being in control, his plans, which 9 times out of 10 are based on coincidences, always finding a way to get away with all the crap he does? Oh, he has his henchmen helping him out? He just hired goons off the streets, not the friggin' Taliban. In this reality-based universe Nolan sets up, how do any of these goons in the movie take Joker seriously? If you were a criminal and a guy in clown makeup and a purple suit was trying to give you orders, you would shoot him right then and there. Does this movie have Nolan dialogue? You bet your sweet ass it has Nolan dialogue! But even better, this movie has the worst of all the bunch because this is the movie neckbeards won't stop freaking quoting! No characters talk like human beings in this movie. They always spell everything out for you because Nolan thinks Americans are too stupid to understand anything above a 3rd grade reading level, so people who read books like me have to suffer the obvious being spoon-fed to them, while people who don't want to be made fun of for enjoying any movie that's, what's the word, fun, eat this movie up because it makes them feel smart. Take any random quote from this movie and tell me that you wouldn't find it on a fortune cookie. But Ben, this movie deals with the struggles of being a superhero. Yeah, wanna know what other movie does that? Spider-Man 2? I don't see that as number 4 on IMDb. Oh, I guess a guy slinging around in New York on spiderwebs is too stupid compared to the billionaire beating up criminals in a bad costume in Chicago, while an emo in clown makeup is constantly slipping away from the police force. And you know what the world's greatest detective doesn't do a whole lot of in these Nolan movies? Detective work. Nolan, why'd you even bother making Batman movies? What were you trying to prove? That you can do it better than anybody else? Well, you should just stuck to your dag-nab low-budget indie movies that stoner college students watch to feel like they aren't killing off brain cells with every bong hit they take. Oh, another thing I despise about these movies? The music sucks. You heard any Hans Zimmer score? Like, any of them? Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. We can use composers like Danny Elfman again. And in the end, even though Guy in Bat costume could have easily blamed Guy who wears clown makeup for the killing of the cops that Two-Face killed, Guy in Bat costume puts the blame on himself and makes him a target. Yeah, that's a big old middle finger to a character who believes in justice and is a sworn protector of the city. Nah, just make it harder for you to fight criminals when you got the police chasing after you. I'd get madder at this, but by this point, I've drained all my rage juice. So there's my rant on The Dark Knight, and if I sound extra bare for this review, it's because you don't know what it's like not liking something everybody else loves, constantly being told that you're the wrong one because you just don't get it, to the point where you actually start to question your own opinions and whether or not you offer anything interesting when it comes to discussions about media. You might even get to the point where you're so crazy that you think you like it. You convince yourself it's good even if every freaking second of it boils your blood. It could turn any sane person into a psycho. At the end of the day, it's just a movie, people! Let others have their own opinions! I used to be fair with this movie. I used to have things I liked about it. But screw that. I'm done playing Mr. Nice Guy. After all the crappy videos I've seen of dickheads on the internet crapping on stuff I love and getting praised as heroes for it, and being brave for sticking it to the man, despite the fact that everybody else is friggin' doing it, so you might need to brush up on your definition of bravery, son. If people can't handle a hot take on one of the greatest movies of all time, then tough freaking crap. I hate this movie, and I'm not even going to give you the pleasure of me mentioning a positive about it. Oh, that's not having a level head? Well, the world doesn't have a level head. And if you want to hear somebody jerk this movie up for the 1 millionth time, then go watch a positive review on it. If a video of some random guy on the internet giving a negative opinion on a movie you love is enough to ruin your day, I envy your easygoing life. Screw this movie. Have a good day, y'all.
Southern boys with the farmer strength. Ain't nobody man enough to feel the pain. And you could be next. You better give respect. Cause ain't nobody breaking this redneck. No,